Hey, greetings everyone, it's GleeCon, and I'm back again, bringing you another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Welcome. Happy to be here. On our last episode, we read through some more stuff in the World of Warcraft official magazine, the third issue of the first volume. And in that issue, we talked some about various stuff, like the auction house. Mostly it was all about the auction house. And how it existed at that time, some mods you could use then for those people that really like to game that system. We've also been playing through World of Warcraft Classic. We've now entered catch-up mode with the guy you see before you here, Moln, our Tauren shaman, a restoration shaman. So stay a while and listen as we jump in with him. He's doing Stonetalon Mountain, and last time we really did all the spider stuff, the Webwinder Valley type stuff. Since we've last logged in, there's been updates to Questy, so it looks like it is processing. I'm going to let it give it a minute to generate some of that. We have some missions laying before us here. We also have, so we've got 10 quests on the docket. If you open it up and look around, perhaps we'll have less glitches. You know, now there are glitches from time to time. So it looks like if we hit the Boulderslide Ravine, which is down there, let's do those things. The Boulderslide Ravine, we're going to hit those quests up. I'll go ahead and pop the old buffs that we like to have. I feel bad because, not, terrible. I will survive, as I'm sure all of you did because you're here with me today. But I did have a rare miss that's not planned happen yesterday. I wanted to make a video, so I apologize I didn't come on. But, life calls. I had just a combination of me just having my butt kicked at work and being super tired, and having to, take care of my own housekeeping here at the house, stuff with the kids, my grown-up kids, my young kids, and by the time everything got wrapped, it was already so late in the night. I was just too beat to burn the midnight oil and crank out an episode. But I'm here today, so again, apologies, but we should, I don't foresee any days where I'll have to miss any time in the next couple weeks, so. And I love to do it, I love to have fun with it, and I love making progress because, man, I wouldn't say my eyes are bigger than my stomach, it's just that there's so much to do, and we can do it, and I'm looking forward to doing it all, whether that's playing Classic, whether that's playing Burning Crusade stuff, and replaying all of the quests then, whether it's doing Wrath of the Lich King in that same expansion, now Cataclysm Classic when that comes out, again, replaying all the Classic zones when it comes to that, and by the time we get through all that, heck, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a Mists of Pandaria Classic. And I just hope they keep enough of these servers separate that we can really experience the different leadership changes. I'm most worried about how things are going to happen in Burning Crusade Classic. What did we miss out on? Because we're technically missing any major changes that happened just in that expansion because they rolled it into Wrath. I'm really super, super, super bummed. I guess maybe it's not worth the manpower. I don't know what those decisions are. I hope they don't make a habit of it. I can't imagine they'll ever ditch Wrath Classic because it's such a fun favorite expansion. They've already wedded it to Burning Crusade, and they've obviously showed that, hey, we can keep Classic going, and now they, as Cuzzy mentioned, we've got the Season of Discovery or Mystery or whatever. I got your comments, my friend. There's some of that coming up into play. And again, we'll just have to see how it goes. I have another book that was also mentioned. We might start sliding that one in when I finish. I'm going to wait at least till we wrap the magazine because we're more than halfway done on that, and I want to at least finish that kind of mini project first. But it's called War of the Scaleborn, and if that's something, I think that's one thing that I've missed on this channel. I really love reading the novels and stuff, the lore from that perspective. It's very fun. I still do that a lot in my own life, and I've actually been reading on my own, and it's you guys would probably think I'm crazy, but the same way I read the episodes on this show. That's actually what inspired my own real life behavior is what inspired me to do the show like this. My family basically gets to experience that podcast or that those YouTube videos. When I read books at the house, I walk around, I read them out loud, verbally, in the common areas of the house, like the living room or whatever. I do the voices, I do all of it. It's just how I read. There are some books, I usually keep a couple books going, like a book I read when I eat lunch every day. I'll usually do something real light, like a D&D fantasy novella kind of, not novella, but like I've been reading the whole Legend of Drizzt series, so that's, there's, 20, 30, 20-something, 30-something books in that series. So I'll just slowly read through those. Power goes out, and I do worry about that tonight, actually. I've had the internet, the power flicker and kick off the internet twice tonight so far. So I am hoping we can actually get to this video. Where the heck? Oh, I see, it's like a little path right here. Or if I read, I usually keep a toilet book, and I read like a page every time I pee or visit the old John for whatever capacity, and that's normally whatever. It's like things that don't fit in that my family bought me. Like I had a coworker, not a coworker really, someone that I know through work, got it to me as a gift a couple of years ago. A book called Weekend with Tuesdays with Maury, and it's a nonfiction. I don't know. It's sort of not really a self-help book. It's a series of interviews with a guy who's like got a terminal illness, and it's supposed to be inspirational. It's good, but not the kind of thing I would ever read on like this show. All right, so we've got another. We're going 2 for 1 right here. You dirty rat. You dirty kobold. Okay, so we got these guys coming. I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna set up some healing stream and stone skin totems now, because I want to be able to rock this. Let's see, that was a quick one. Now my mana's getting low, so alright, we pulled it off. There's just so much dope utility. I'm gonna come over here and get some healing from the healing stream. Let's eat and drink a little bit here too. Get that well-fed buff going. So, the Boulderslide Ravine, as we picked up that quest last time, it said that something is going on in the air around here, and there are kobolds that are frantically mining resonite. They want us to get some back. So within this, we need to explore the cave where the resonite grows, and we need to pick at this resonite, which is what we're going to do on this episode. Well, to kick this episode off anyway. I think it'll be easy enough. I vaguely remember doing this quest, but... Alright, so here is where we get the resonite, and these kobolds are just multiplying like rats. Alright, we need 10 resonite. The problem with these guys is they are, half of them are whatchamacallit, ranged attackers. So unless I Earthshock them, they don't pull. I think that's something they changed in Wrath, that they Earthshock no longer interrupts or silences. So see, I think maybe I need to switch with the casters. I need to switch over, instead of hitting him with the Flame Shock, I need to hit him with the Earth Shock. But as you can see, other than the density of these kobolds, and they're pretty weak, there's not really anything to worry about. These guys here, it's all pretty good. The Rock Keepers are pretty easy. Yeah, they're melee. Half of these characters these mobs are low level. Like Gray. Okay, so then that guy I didn't notice, but now we pulled 2 over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw him forward. I didn't succeed. Okay, so again I'm gonna drop my totems here. Just keep my lightning going. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, but see, these are easy enough combined with my character being self-sufficient enough that I'm taking it on 3 at a time, and I'm not really stressing it, so it's pretty good. But these on the downside, these guys also respawn so freaking much. But it looks like the crystals are respawning pretty fast too. We do have to get deep enough in the cave though to consider it explored. So
I'm out of range.
I guess we got to deal with that. I see it kind of off to the side there. According to Questy, I'm hoping, that there's less and less glitches with Questy, such as not knowing, having it need to be reloaded half the time. Okay. I like drawing them with, this is the kind of rotation that I've sort of made myself. I like hitting them with a lightning and then maybe one other thing, and if they're melee or most things, I'll hit them with the flame shock. Oh, we gotta get deep in this cave. Okay. Alright, so I gotta back it up just a little. Let's see what these geomancers have going on. Yeah, see, they are the caster types. But even so, you look at those 2 things, boom, they're, you cast 2 spells, you put on that lightning shield, and then by the time they come hit you once, it's like, good night, Dolly. You hit them with a Earth Shock too, and then, yeah, they're dead. The downside is, for this character, since he's a leather worker and a cook, kind of, as the jobs I'm really leaning heavily into, you don't get as much out of the humanoid killing. Alright, so let's see. There's really nothing that I can do. I've got to come fight this the long way. Okay. Come on, bro. I think I interrupted him just a pinch too soon. Yeah, see, and I think, like... Come on, Rockkeeper. I think for this guy, I'm going to try to just focus on just letting the lightning shield do its work, because the mana was getting a little low. But yeah, again, I am looking forward to the holiday season. I think it's going to be great. I already have learned from promising more episodes. That's not going to happen. But I'll still try to keep up on 1 a day during that time. As I mentioned, I think on the last episode, I'm in the middle of a debate, negotiation with the wife, and you know how that goes. I felt confident. I felt like I had a lot of really good arguments and points. Logic was on my side. Fairness was on my side. Rationality was on my side. But I'm going to let you take money on who you think is going to come out on the top in this situation. I don't think it would take anyone that's been married any length of time very long to take a wild guess on who's going to win this argument. And that's how you stay married a long time, ladies and gents. That's the secret. Alright, so I'm almost in the water. There's a big old crystal right there. I guess that's probably the one that's like triggering, like, hey, this is what we're considering the secret. That bigger gem right there. I don't know why, but okay. Okay, so did we do it? We did. I don't... Oh, it's that. A resonite cask. It says it requires an enchanted resonite crystal. I bet you we're going to have to freaking fight our way back through here again to do that. That's a tiddly bit annoying. But what are you going to do? So 2 more work days. Then we'll be on that sweet, sweet Thanksgiving time. My job, and I've worked other jobs, same capacity, just different places, and not all companies have this. You know, you get that Thursday, Friday off or whatever, and I've worked at places I think sometimes where you might get the maybe the Wednesday off also, or you get a half day or something, but this place that I've worked for, this is maybe my 9th or 10th year working there. They give you the whole freaking week, and I love it. It makes it really hard to want to go someplace else. Let's see, 192, yeah, that's the big heal right there. You resisted my Earth Shock, you stinker. I'm really close, so one thing that we'll have to do, maybe at some point, not necessarily this episode, I could do it off camera or something, but at some point we're going to have to... look, it didn't... I interrupted him, but it didn't truly interrupt him. I don't know what the deal is with that. But I'm going to have to go learn my next piece here. Alright, so I think we can get out of... Oh, I have to be out, not quite outside enough. But we're going to go... I am outside. You turkey? What? He be... Oh, because that's... So long as I'm in the mouth of this cavern. Ooh, it's aggroing. Come on. They don't run. That's one thing I've noticed that's kind of interesting. These kobolds don't run. Most kobolds are little cowards. But apparently not these. Alright, I'm gonna just run through them. I don't care. Alright, so apparently the Boulderslide Ravine, from a lore perspective, that's kobold country. And what are they doing? They're interested in the shinies that are in there. What the heck are the shinies? Well, we don't really know yet. That's the point of doing this mission. And this is a Horde-specific quest. So I had an interesting... I've had an interesting week. A lot of traveling, a lot of out of office. Stuff. And in World of Warcraft, there's just a lot. I played retail today. So there's some updates with that, and we're officially into Season 3 now. Again, I'm trying to play it a little bit more to at least finish the storyline. I've caught up with all the kind of little interim stories, and I'm just starting the new Emerald Dream kind of content. And it's cool. I just can't shake it. Every time I come back and play this, and it's just so clean. And then you get into, I mean, sure, Questy makes it a little bit, but that's just the nature of Questy tracking it. But it's every time I open my map and I'm just like trying to find the 1 or 2 quests I care about through 80,000 world quests, and I just don't need it. Don't give me that. I would rather grind mobs or like a single repeatable turn-in quest or a small handful of dailies than I would world quests. Just in hindsight, just because it clutters up the map so much, just give me a rotating cast of dailies. Like, give me a hub that has 5 dailies, and you just repeat those ad infinitum. And even if each quest giver just changed the variety that they would give you each day, that's fine. And I appreciate what World Quests are trying to do. You know, we'll give you this bevy of things, and it resets just twice a week, so you have like 4 days, and if you're clearing your map of World Quests, but if you're beyond that, you don't need the rep or whatever, it's like, okay, now these things just sit and clutter up my map. And what are you really doing? Like, it's not... I mean, you're either building you're either messing around with alts, or you're hardcore getting into crafting, auctioning, mythics, raids. That's it. Those are your choices. But I guess that's all the interesting with Classic. It just take the journey so much longer with Classic, I guess. I guess that's the thing. Like, you make one alt, well, you've got a whole other... You hypothetically can go do tons of stuff you've never done before. Oh yeah, we got to go up to the top of this little... This one is one that we're turning in. Oh, that was something that we had to do. We have to go up to Ashenvale, so we can do that at some point too. Which one? Or did we do that? Oh, we did that on the last episode. We went and turned it into Genoa Sancrea. No, we didn't. It's this Trouble in the Deeps. We did not turn it in.
Stonetalon Mountain has many perilous caves throughout this region. Exploring these caves...
We know it. What news have you discovered from Boulderslide Ravine? I recall some legend that deals with resonite. I just cannot place my hoof on it. Perhaps knowing what lies at the bottom of the cave will illuminate their devious intentions.
Yes, that's it. The resonite crystals have a trace of earthen magic. The kobolds must have dug deep, uncovering an earthen.
Okay.
Legend states that the earthen are creatures created by the Titans. They were used to create the land our feet walk on. This most definitely is a threat that cannot be ignored. Perhaps I can enchant these ore samples to use against this kobold plot.
Which is interesting. Again, we're dealing in these earthen quests, and that's going to be the new race that comes out. There we go. We got a new...
You have uncovered a dark threat to the land, adventurer. The resonite cask you have found in that cave houses a slumbering earthen by the name of Gogorok. I have changed the mixture of the resonite crystals that you gathered with my shamanistic powers. Take the enchanted resonite crystal and smash open the resonite cask, which houses the earthen. When awakened, Gogorok will be weakened. Slay him, adventurer.
Okay. So, the earthen is named Gogorok, and I have a feeling it is not going to look like the earthen that we're used to seeing here. So, let's see. This intellect is not... Yeah, it's a little worse than what we have. Nothing else is really up our alley here. Okay, so we can open a new talent. We were working on this, a chance to avoid interruption. That's what we're going to really focus on. Now we can continue next level. We can really look at what comes next, but why not finish that out? Alright, so back into the same cave, just like I said. We're going to go... Even though it's an elite, it says Earth and Arise. We're going to try it. I feel like screw it. We got all the way there on our own last time. Why not push it and see? We also have these Goblin Invaders. We also have Trouble in the Deeps. I mean, we have some things to do. We have to learn talents. I mean, you know what? Now I already ran out. I was gonna say, it's not the worst idea to try and go train. But we'll do it. Maybe I'll at least pop one more off. Turn that in. And then we can... go to, well, no, I'll do Wargrimmar. I'll do Wargrimmar after. I'll try to do that off camera so that, and then fly over to the spot where I would turn this in, and then we'll start I'll try to do that at the end of this episode for myself. And then, we are okay on gold. 3 gold. That's probably decent. Decent enough to learn the 24 suite of powers. We could definitely learn that. I mean, if you look at Classic Resto, I'm always looking at these talents. Classic Resto Shaman talents. We're going off the deep heal. I do like that. Yeah, we really need so much. We need the whole second row too. We need both of these. So I'd skip those because I like these more. Yeah, reincarnation we don't have yet. I imagine we will soon. The armor value for critting from our spells, I actually like that. The mana cost of your totems, that's actually useful too as we're dropping totems. That is useful. Finishing off the interruption of the heals, that can be a lifesaver. Restorative, it helps my mana, my healing stream heal more. I like that. The crit effect chance of these spells goes up. That's really good too. Kind of like that best. Those are both fivers also. Then we get 4. Your healing wave has a chance to increase the effect of subsequent healing waves. So that's only good for spam healing. That's really okay. Nature Swiftness, your next. So it basically allows you to insta-cast 1 heal. It's really not too shabby. Alright, let's rebuff up. We need the Rockbiter weapon. This is our Rock Keeper. So I do like the interrupt. I just feel like that's probably the best thing we can get going. There's another Rock Keeper. But I think mana cost for the totems is probably good. Soloing this kind of stuff, we're probably okay. Yeah, I just feel like with these grays, the rotation is not probably not fully essential. I'm just burning through mana a little faster than I need to. Yeah, with the Geomancer, screw it. Going up. Now there's another one over there, so we'll see. Now when they start busting that, sure. Who is Gogger? Stone Pounder. I don't even know who that is. He's not a rare. Interesting. He's a little stronger than the others. Does he drop something? No, I don't even know why that guy's there. Okay. I wish... Sure. I'll tell him that. So I'm basically letting him know that I've already I've already done what he needs. So we'll see where he's at. I don't know what. He's got a shield and a shield and a hammer or whatever. So he's just saying he needs, yeah, I'll just go to the middle. Whatever, that's fine. So we got all these totems. Which is also fine. I don't know what these guys are doing. So that's cool. But yeah, me and another shaman. He's only 19, so he's a little bit... weaker. No biggie, though. I'm gonna guess he's doing... For whatever reason, he's got Earthbind Totem. They don't run, though. I wonder if he just doesn't know that, or he's trying to do the full-on... Typically, if you're gonna do the Earthbind dance, you are, you're wielding a two-hander. So, the fact that he's not doing that... I did see him use Neuroshock, so that's good. It does speed it up a little bit. The seconds on my weapon are a little slow right now. But again, it's fine. So, as you can see, me and Eogons... I don't know, that makes me think of like Egon, like a little Ghostbusters or something. Alright, so... we're inside again. Excuse me. So we are there, we're in the vicinity, but I'm gonna need... Yeah, so he's cool. Yeah, hard to say what the sitch is here. I don't know, like, how well we'll do. He's got that fire note. Oh, man. He's got the Fire Nova totem. Alright, so... he's doing whatever it is he needs to. I really thought he had it all. Let's clear these guys first. He says he's gonna try to help. We're gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna eat up so that I'm gonna I'm gonna use these scrolls. Actually, I believe that I have a couple, and then I'm gonna eat also. Excuse me. Sorry, ladies and gents. But yeah, we're gonna get this going. I think he was saying oops because he put the tanky kind of one on himself. No biggie. Alright, so I'm going to drop strength. I'm going to put these buffs on myself. Okay. So I think that's about all we want here. And I'm going to see how this goes. Let's see if we summon... Let's see if he looks like an earthen, like we would picture an earthen, or is it like an elemental or something? No, it is. It is. Okay. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit as good as I can. Yikes. Okay. Go ahead and hit myself with that. Remember, again, I'm gonna try to come at him with this other stuff. I don't even have my fire totem. Guess I could put one of those down also. Yeah, look at us. Yeah, it's pretty pretty nice. Shaman are just OP, so you take two of them. It's like, yeah, that's not even... not even close. Alright, so I don't know how many freaking resonite crystals he needs. I wonder if he's... yeah, I don't know what his plan is. I don't know. Alright, so I did all his buffs. He gave me a buff, too. I don't know what he's doing. So we're just past about the halfway point, and we finished these couple back-to-back quests where we are running through this cave twice, which that's just World of Warcraft Classic for you. In a nutshell. You are just... why do something once when you can do the exact same thing twice and take twice as much time? Don't need that. I don't know what homeboy's doing there. Get a fast heal off, I guess. Alright, so we're getting some more of the same. He's killing. I don't know what he's doing killing that guy, but okay. And who knows what spec he is? He could be whatever. Yeah, they're coming at me for both. That guy's dead. Go biggie. So yeah, I like to save mine for an interrupt there. But whatever. So now we just got to get ourselves a little bit out of the cave and get us into the clear to where we can turn into Ghost Wolf form. Alright, so now I'll run out there and then we'll see kind of where we want to go. Even though I'm ready to level up for the purpose of and that's what I would do if I was soloing. I'd say, okay, now's the time to take a break and get some points on that. We will... Maybe what we'll do is at least stop here, turn this in. I don't... Yeah, because we could do the Goblin Invaders. Why not? So... Yeah, maybe we'll do those, kill these loggers. We have to kill 15 loggers, and that's just the whole quest, so... That's another one we could probably bust out real quick. It's a lower level one. And then I can, you know... We'll do whatever we can do here. It'll allow us to pick up, I think, either... What are we picking up? We are picking up Super Reaper 6000 also. And we're dropping off Ziz Physics. I don't want to pick up Garenzo's orders quite yet. That's, as we know, that quest in actuality is the hardest freaking quest in the zone, so it's stupid. I wonder, actually, you know what? Maybe we could skip everything and do a team up with... I don't know, that guy was a little low. I think he was level 19. He already bounced. Well, we could have tried it. Or we could just save that for like the last thing we do before we move on. Yeah, I think tomorrow... Well, tomorrow I have to go to the stinking dentist. I mean, that's not going to stop me from... Ooh, well, that's the Alliance camp. It's not going to stop me from coming home and making a video. After the whole day, but I just hate it. I hate going to the darn dentist over. It just never stops. You just always. I have to go 4 times a year because in my 20s I was not good to my teeth.
I thought those venture company higher-ups were slave drivers. But then I met Sputtervalve, the cruelest of them all. Ha! Though it's better than being out of a job, I suppose. Or worse, working with that Garenzo. If you're here to help, I've got something for you to do. Terrible what the venture company has done here, eh? What were they thinking? Goblin company hiring a gnome. Lucky for me, Sputtervalve knows a genius when he sees one. Hired me just after I'd been kicked out. Tells me they built some enormous wood-cutting machine. And Sput wants me to steal the plans for him. Unfortunately, Garenzo, bloody gnome, wants me dead on sight. Maybe you could steal the plans for me. You should be able to find them on one of their operators.
So what we're showing is the Venture Co., which is typically... It seems like it begins as like a goblin kind of organization here. But... as it plays out, you know, you see a lot of ogres. Okay, well, they're sort of servants or whatever, outsmarted. They kind of have the little like dumb oaf relationship with goblins. Okay, fine. Then gnolls. All right, maybe they're sort of kind of mercenaries. Definitely evils up the crew. And then you got plenty of humans are doing it too. So then as soon as you start doing that, and sure, you could argue, well, humans are whatever. They're a wild card. They're whatever. But then, yeah, then why not? If humans can be a wild card, well, sure. So are gnomes then. So first, let's try to get these blueprints. And also, then we'll kill 15. That's probably... There's a little dude right there. Should you think we can get him? Sure we can. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so I hope he has what we need. Because these are the guys, these operators that have a chance of dropping the blueprints. I'm missing him. I miss him. He did not. Okay, so we're keeping our eye out for these operators for the blueprints. That's our life, and we're gonna kill any others that we see. There's another operator. Okay. This time, I'm gonna hit it with the whole rotation. I just think this is probably better for our enjoyment to begin clearing out this valley, or whatever you call this thing. Okay, we did it. We got the blueprints, and now it's just a matter of killing the actual loggers. We got 15 loggers to kill, so let's get that underway. Can we read the blueprints? No, we sure can't. Okay, so this is, from a lore perspective, this is also a major source of the conflict of what's going on in Stonetalon. Well, it's not really the conflict because it's the Venture Co. The Venture Co. are jerks that everybody, Horde and Alliance, all hate. He resisted my flame shock because he's a stinking jerk. I guess that's the downside of me being a resto shaman. I'm not picking anyone that would like help that. I'm picking things that are like, hey, you don't get interrupted when you're doing your heals. Okay, but they're gonna resist your stupid spells.
It's too far away.
All the dang time. Oh, he's throwing an axe at me. But these guys are still pretty weak. They're at barely tougher than what we've been fighting here. See, look, but there's a human one. So, Venture Co. is an interesting organization. But I also think let's not be literal racists here. And be like, well, only humans have the capacity to be mercenary D-bags. No. All races can do that.
I need to get closer.
You do not need to get closer. It's a life choice. I think the Deforester is that guy. Yeah, as I say, I think they're the mage types that... Well, militant short sword of the monkey. Can I use it? No. Okay, there's another logger. But as you can see, we're killing at a good clip. Oh, I see. Since this guy's been staying on top. Oh, that's an oil spill. That's not real fishing. That's gonna give me like freaking engineering or something dumb like that. We need to find real fishing. Another Deforester. Alright, should we check it out? Should we check the fishing out? At least, really, if nothing else, then to keep our fishing abreast. We're at 75, so maybe we need to keep working on that. Oh, it got away, huh? So that means we're already falling behind. Which, that's a shame. Oh, I need to get my staff back in place. Oh no, it's because I'm not wearing it. Yeah, it's got it. Well, it is about to be done too. Okay, so we have reached... that means we've been neglecting our fishing some, so we're going to have to take care of that. I mean, it's 75, but yeah, I guess I... goodness. Bummer. Okay. So, someplace in the Barrens. Ag. Really? So, I mean, I'll try one out of the thing here and see if that helps. We can... Just need OT. I will feel better if... Nope. Okay, so we need to... Our fishing is essentially done forever unless we now find a way, find a place to grind it out. So that's another job on the list. Look, I feel like... Oh my... Yeah, it says on hit, so I just noticed that. I didn't realize that the lightning shield was affecting melee attackers. Now it does have to be like a range, like thrown weapons like they have, or arrows or whatever, guns. But it looks like that kind of thing is also creates that lightning shield proc. My well-fed buff is going to run off soon. Alright, so we got 8 out of 15, and we are just continuing to jam. But I like this character, and like I said, he's going to be one of our 4 that we stick with. It's going to be him, for the Horde, it's going to be him and Varrock. Just by process of elimination. As much as I like the other characters, it really doesn't matter. And then, if I had to pick, there's floating wreckage. On the Alliance side, well, we need... I think I want a melee and a ranged DPS. So, it's pretty easy, I think, to go with Maleficent. As our ranged, because... Well, first of all, our other options are Callie, and I do not like playing the Priest class. So, Callie is gone. She's not going to make the final cut. And... Nesting Wary, and I'm not a fan of playing as a hunter. So, that leaves Maleficent. We've got Trolls, I skipped out on that too. Trolls are also part of the Venture Co. Alright, so then that leaves melee DPS. Well, we've got our Ret Paladin, who I do like, I can't deny that. And... who else am I forgetting? Shelasier is our feral druid, so I guess we'll track that. But if I probably had to pick, I'm probably going Erator over Shelasier if we get ourselves into, which we are. We're gonna have to eventually pick between the two of them sooner or later. And I will most likely pick Erator. Plus, that gives us an orc and a human going into endgame. It doesn't mean that we're going to completely ignore the others, because there are the epic class quests, but not for every class. And I feel like they kind of touched on why that is a little bit on that. And when we were reading the World of Warcraft magazine the other day, we were talking with the guys that make the items, and how they're like, well, we feel like if we're gonna do it for one class, we've got to do it for all of them, but it's so labor intensive and blah blah blah. And I get that. Sure. Look, there's more kobolds. Starting to get over. Alright, so we just gotta find 2 more loggers. I don't want to get too deep into the logger territory. Not lager. We're not going to have a tasty beer. Loggers. Alright, so... and this is Windshear Crag. really cool also. I strongly, I can't suggest enough, if you can't find a digital version of it, to see if you can get your hands on a copy of the World of Warcraft board game. I know they don't make it anymore. It's probably going to cost you a few $100. At least 150. At least $150, I would imagine, to find a copy of it. A used copy. My problem, and this is just the dad in me, I beat myself up, but I just can't. There's so much I can do, but my son, who's now 13, I mean, my family, we played this together from the time it came out. We all loved it. So my 4 kids and myself, I mean, pretty much from the time my youngest was born, he would just sit, and so you can play 3 Alliance, 3 Horde. So you can play with 6 people. And when we were young, we would have, like, even when he was a baby or 2 years old or whatever, we would give him a character, but usually I would control it, and then as time went on, we would kind of round robin who got to control as my other kids got bigger and they wanted to control more. But I'm telling you, like, my oldest daughter, who is not a gamer, she's 24, she does have a boyfriend who is a nerd, and so she'll, just much as my wife accommodates me, she accommodates her boyfriend. They've been together since they were in 9th or 10th grade or whatever, so they're long-term couple. You know, and I raised her, so with that, she'll play some things, but it's not really super. She likes some, like, she really likes Risk and stuff like that, but it's not really. My wife's even more into the stuff than she is, and my wife was never like that. Then my second daughter, who's now 22, she is not into that stuff at all. She's not a gamer. I mean, she might have played, like, Little Big Planet some when she was younger. She really liked, like, you know, Nintendogs on the Nintendo DS, like, because she liked to train the pets. Like, she probably plays, like, some little tiny phone games, you know, match 3 type games and stuff. That's it. She's not a strategy guy. She loved it. My regular son, who's kind of like a gamer country boy, he loved playing it. Did you find those plans? I'm eager to impress the new boss. Hopefully once he's convinced of my loyalty, well, as much as he can be convinced. Goblins aren't, you know. I feel comfortable making use of my rather impressive genius.
Hey, is that what I think it is? Great, now, let's see. How am I supposed to understand this stuff? Can't figure out the way gnomes think. Let me tell you, I'm surprised they could build the wheel, let alone those flying machines they like so much. This envelope has all the information I was able to snatch as they booted me out the door. Venture company internal documents, some manuals, technical things. Oh, and of course, the Super Reaper 6000 blueprints. Sputtervalve has taken up residence at Ratchet in the Barrens. Shouldn't have much trouble finding him. He's a little green fellow.
Alright, so we've got to bring that to Ratchet. We'll do that right now in this episode, because we still have almost 10 minutes left. That's time to fly to Ratchet. We've also got to turn in the quest. We still have to turn in this Boulder Valley, whatever, quest. And we'll read that. Well, the point of all that long explanation of the kind of people that my kids are was that they all loved that game. And not like a flash in the pan. They all loved it for like a decade. But as my youngest son got older, he really wanted to play with all of the... He wanted to play the game. He wanted to play it by himself. He wanted to play with the minifigs. And I tried to protect that game as much as I could. It was kind of off limits, but I also felt bad as my other kids got older and moved out, and we played it less and less. Then I've got this box collecting dust, and what am I telling my son he can't play with it? And he was young and at that age where he had a passion for it, so then I would just let him. And you let an 8-year-old or whatever play with a game with that big and that many pieces and that many expansion. I mean, it has multiple boards. It has... So... It's probably not 100% set anymore as much as I like it. And the minifigs or whatever, the figurines, those long ago got relegated to our collection of ones that we use for D&D. Because it's got a great collection of figures. But I strongly recommend that game. It's super duper fun, and a lot of the times as I play Classic, it's so funny because I played that game so much. I encounter quests in Classic, and I think about it through the lens of playing that board game, and not the other way around. So it's pretty neat experience. It's just one more little layer of the onion that each person is their own individual World of Warcraft player. Alright, so let's tell them we did it. We found an earthen that actually legit looked like an earthen, not like I don't know, whatever I thought it might be.
Oh.
You bear good news, adventurer.
Sure do.
I fear the possibilities of what an earthen would mean to Kalimdor. Slaying Gogorok was a task for no one less than a hero. You have done well. All of Stonetalon and Kalimdor are indebted to you, noble adventurer. Accept this as your reward, most honored one.
Alright, so very, 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 very tiny pinch better. On the old bracer. So we're gonna go hop down and fly to Ratchet so I can at least turn that piece in. And we're not gonna do anything more extensive, but since Ratchet's kind of on the way to Orgrimmar and I need to go to Orgrimmar to learn some shaman powers, and then we need to fly over to Zoramgar Outpost. You want to sell some stuff? Sure.
How may I aid you?
Yeah, we'll sell. Not everything, just some. Oh, I think I don't need that. I think that was for that dude. Oh, we gotta read. Do we not do Calling of the Wizards?
May the eternal sun.
Oh, that's a great lift. Okay, we need that one. Okay, let's fly to Ratchet, and then that's probably my guess is that's about where we're gonna wrap it up. Let's read this video that we have. Not video. Let's read a video. Oh, the sealed envelope we can't. The further instructions we can't do that. We've got the Goblin Invaders. Where do they want us to turn it in? Oh, that's her. That's that lady. So we have... Yikes. We have to turn that in too. That'll be something we do after. That's going to be a run, a little sprint. We turn there and back. Okay, so there's nothing to read, which I thought that was going to be cool. Now, talent-wise, I'll learn some more restoration type stuff or shaman stuff in general. I don't know when. But somehow this thing has gotten pulled down a little bit. I don't know. I guess if it's better, I have to put it up there. So I am excited about some of the changes coming in World of Warcraft, and looking forward to that. From a storyline perspective, I think that's really cool. I'm excited for what we have going on. I mean, after this, we will have to play around in Hillsbrad a pinch more, but we've really done a lot of that. So then we enter our next phase. So we're kind of in round 3, and remember, there's 10 rounds. So we're essentially, after all this, we're only about 30% of the way through the game, which is a little daunting. But I think some of that will dovetail nicely. So then the next phase, we will have Duskwood, which is a fun zone and I think a shorter zone. Ditto on Thousand Needles. That's one coming up also. The Alliance will be addressing Hillsbrad. Again, kind of small. We'll be starting Stranglethorn Vale, the north part of it, which is cool. We'll have Wetlands coming up. Thousand Needles is both Horde and Alliance, so we will have the We're going to only be doing it for Horde for now, though. Yeah, so we have Eretor going to Duskwood. So is Kalia. They're already there. They already kind of started it. Varrock is going to Thousand Needles. And so will Earth Fury. He'll be joining him there. Okay. Then Nessing Murray will be going to the Alliance version of Hillsbred. As will Shellisir. And they're both, I guess, technically already there. Talanji and Farinel will be doing the northern part of Stranglethorn Vale. So we'll have a couple people splitting that, and that's from the Horde side. We do have Alliance people coming, but they're going to come in a little bit later. Maleficent on her own will do the Wetlands. And that's it. So that's our kind of next wave. So as we enter what I would consider to be mid-game there, we'll be looking at some of those zones.
Yo, lots to do, lots to do.
Look
The
at him.
Union's given us deadlines, and they're not the sort you want to miss.
Okay, look at this.
Interesting, interesting. I know of a druid that lives atop the hill above the Wailing Caverns, adventurer. She might be able to tell you more about this shard you have found. Now, I must get back to work. Time is money, friend.
Hello there. How can I help you?
Physics, eh? Can't say I trust him, but this information seems good enough. What I wouldn't give to have the venture company out of my hair. They do come up with some good machines, though. I can't deny that we've benefited from using some of the improvements they've devised. The matter of this gnome that has been hired by the venture company has caused a bit of a stir in Undermine. The trade princes do not approve of Razdunk's consorting with this Gurenzo. Riddlevox has asked me to take care of the problem, and I'm sure he was instructed to do so by one or more of the trade princes. Of course, the director didn't tell me that. Let's just say I have a hunch. Whatever the case, Gurenzo must be removed, and it would be a fitting test to have physics take care of him.
Okay, so essentially they want us to go back now to... Yeah, it stinks that we've got that down there to turn in, and further instructions. We'll have to make a run when we turn that in later, but again, that'll be our next episode. So what we have right now is, first, I've got to go to Orgrimmar. I'm going to do that. So let me check and see who can read this other letter. If not, I'm not going to sweat it. I don't even see any other letter. Am I missing it? No, I think we're good. So we're just going back. It's further instructions, but we're not going to read it. All right, so guess what, guys? We have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. Thank you so much, as always, for watching, for listening, for tuning in. And I look forward to bringing you another episode next time on Lore of Warcraft. See ya.